part 4 of the reading and the last part of the reading. Make sure you go check out the collective video that is up today. Okay, so what it feels like is happening right now, it feels as though there could be possibly an influx or an abundance of opportunities coming in towards you, or there could be one in particular that's coming in that is very significant enough to be very triggering. Okay, now the reason why this is triggering at the present moment is because for where you are, you've worked so hard to become detached and healed and stable and to get to the point where you're okay just prioritizing and being with yourself, right? It takes time to get there. Because you have now moved into this more Nine of Pentacles energy, or you're now prioritizing the Nine of Pentacles, it could be a little bit of a turnoff to be, considering moving someone into your life in a very serious capacity. Like if we're talking commitment, right? We're talking Ace of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. This is somebody that would otherwise be long term. But you know what? Often that is exactly when people come along, is when you're really not checking for that type of thing. But nonetheless, it feels as though this is quite some triggering energy. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, the World, and the 5 of Pentacles. So some type of withheld energy it feels like it's now coming to a close. It feels like we're moving into a season where there's more truth that's coming in. There's more openness or honesty. But this energy coming in, 5 of Pentacles, it's almost, like I said, it feels like this is someone else coming in. Someone coming in that holds the potential for a solid connection or solid commitment. It could even be something contractual if it's not relationship related. It could be even something with work. But there is someone holding the code to something that could be in your life for a really long time. But there is hesitation on your end. There's also something about whomever this person is also coming out of some type of major cycle as well, with the World card being here, and not necessarily being they could be a little bit uncertain as well, a little bit hesitant as well. So it may be a mirroring type of thing. Maybe you and this person are having parallel experiences here where you're closing out a cycle, they're closing out a cycle, they're unsure about connection, but you're also unsure about connection. That's kind of what it feels like is happening here. Now obviously, if someone is coming into your field, they're more motivated to open up. It feels like they're probably more open than you are, obviously, if somebody is coming in. So this is definitely something to worry about. But I do feel as though there's a little bit of a mirroring effect, and a little bit of a trigger, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I want this right now. I'm really not sure. Let me pause real quick. There could also just be some energetic exchanges with you and whoever this is. You could be feeling this energy off of them as well. But essentially what I'm getting is that you have, you've moved into a new cycle. This new season is bringing other opportunities in, and you may not necessarily be super open to that right now. And a part of that is maybe somebody else is moving into your field or into your energy with that same energy. I'm a little hesitant, but somebody is still a little bit more open than you are at the present moment is what I'm getting. 7 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles is telling me that there's going to be a little bit of sorting. I feel like the biggest thing for you and whoever this person is, let's say, for instance, you do connect with them in some type of capacity. I feel like both of you are going to be trying to make sure neither one of you are being delusional. I feel like somebody here is very afraid to be delusional because of, previous habits of having built castles in the sky, right? Something that is very ungrounded, lots of imagination, lots of possible daydreaming or dreaming about something in particular. But I feel like a lot of you are coming out of that Hanged Man energy where you're very aware of those types of patterns. And I feel as though it is something that is even, a fear. It's I don't want to be delusional again. Also, there's so many options and choices. It's a little overwhelming. I'm not really sure what direction to go in with this. So once again, like I said, there is something that is here presenting itself or trying to present itself, or is, lingering in the field as something that has great potential, but it's more so you may just not necessarily be super keen on allowing whatever this is to come in at the present moment. Okay, so whatever you do next is really going to be up to you. Let's get you some advice from Spirit. Also, make sure you, like I said, check out the collective reading, because It does feel like whoever you are intended to connect with significantly in this new chapter, it feels as though both of you are closing out some really major like karmic cycle, especially for my Tauruses and Scorpios, but also for my Leos and Aquariuses as well. Okay, so Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? The Nine of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Judgment. Spirit said you're gonna have to make a decision. So this is the thing, and I think I called this out like several days ago about this energy. Spirit is saying, I know you're tired, but there's a lot going on right now. Now, this is the thing too. What you have to do is really exercise discernment, because for some of you, maybe this is a situation where you do need to just really take your time and observe. But for a lot of you, you have to ask yourself, am I just taking my time and observing, or am I being avoidant? Am I stalling? Am I dragging my feet? Right? Because Spirit is saying there is something here. This is the awakening. This is the call. This is, are you going to answer the call or not? So Spirit is saying, acknowledging that a lot of what feels a bit more chaotic here is the resistance to being open to whatever this new opportunity is. But Spirit is saying the awakening, the revelation is happening now. So like, what are you going to do about it? I did get in the readings like several days ago that an opportunity will present itself and you will be needing to make a decision on how you're going to approach it. Once again, it's not about rushing or being haphazard. It's about trusting the process, trusting yourself, and also not dragging your feet out of fear. Because this is the thing. If you're going to move in fear, you have to be prepared for a fear-based reality, one where you're keeping yourself in a box because, you know, you're scared. Okay. Like I said, I don't necessarily think it's inherently a bad thing to be hesitant. I think that is just an indicator that you have healed and an indicator to your discernment, but you do have to differentiate between discernment and avoidance. Okay, so that's what I have for y'all today. Make sure y'all go check out that collective reading. I am going to do a video on the full moon in Taurus, so y'all check that out. But I really hope this helps. Let me know if it resonates in the comments, and I'll see y'all on the next one.